Hello everyone. So there was a question on the community related to the non-working days for the agents. Now, if you're using Jira Service Management, you may have a requirement where if, let us say, your agents are going on leaves, then maybe you want to know, maybe you want to keep track of this information, or maybe you want to store it somehow, somewhere. Now, in Jira Service Management, there is no way to basically have non-working days. I mean, you do have SLAs where you can keep track of non-working days, but it is not really for an agent. Like, it is not really agent-specific non-working days. Now, there are a few things that we can still do. I mean, I'm sure you're all familiar with Opsgenie. You can maybe take a look at Opsgenie, or maybe you can somehow use Insight, which is again a bit cumbersome. It might be a bit too much. Now, there are a few things that we can still do even with Jira Service Management, and I thought I'll probably share a few things that I have done in the past. Now imagine that you have, the solution that I'm going to share is not really like a foolproof, or it will work, but it is not really going to cover each and every scenario. It is going to cover just one scenario, and in most cases I think that should work. Now imagine that you want to know, or maybe if you're a reporter, or if you're the person who is basically doing the routing of your tickets, maybe you are assigning the tickets to your agents, you can actually set up some rules in your Jira Service Management based project, or basically a rule for this particular project. Now what you can do is you can actually create a role called on vacation, right? So this is like a role that you can create in your Jira project. Now whenever you have someone going on leave, just add them to this role. Number one, simple. So basically at any given moment, if you have people in this particular role, it means that they are not working. So but this will not really stop people from assigning tickets to them, and there is a solution, there is a way to handle it. What we can do is we can actually use automation rules. So whenever you assign the issue to these users who are part of these roles, what this automation rule will do, this automation rule can do few things. It can actually add a comment on the issue. It can also basically just clear the assignee field, so they are not really assigned. I mean, they will be first assignee, but the rule will unassign the issues from them, and you can maybe notify other people. And this is again just going to cover one use case, and this might work. And the rule that you will create, I mean, of course, the role management is something that you have to do when people are going on leave. Just add them to this role, or maybe you can do some automation. I mean, there are possibilities, but I mean, you can always do it manually. But at the same time, the rule will look something like this. Let us say you have this trigger called issue assigned, and you can actually check. So there is a condition. Let me just remove the condition, and I'll show you from beginning. So you can add a condition called user condition, and you can check here if the assignee is part of the role. So if assignee is in role, and you can select the role here, let us say, member, whatever, or maybe a couple of other roles, and then you can do something else further. And what you can do further is you can actually simply assign or unassign you can actually add a comment, right? Comment on the rule. This is one thing, or you can also simply clear the field called assignee. So there is a field called assignee in the Jira issue. I mean, we always have this field, and you can actually set it to unassigned, and that is it. So what will happen now? It will actually, it can be a bit annoying, but at least it is a way for you to tell your reporter, the person who is doing the scheduling of, or basically routing of the work among agents, that these people are not working. But I think a better solution would be to simply use Opsgenie, because to be honest, I have never really used Opsgenie for my clients, but I believe in Opsgenie there is a roster, something like that, and that can also definitely work. And that is all I wanted to share in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.